everyone, and welcome back to Hazardous Artist Season 2, Episode 2. Today, I will be talking about Skyrim, but it's going to be a really special episode today because, you guys, I'm going to be coloring while I'm talking to you guys. And that's never really happened because, well, I have troubles multitasking like much of everybody else that I know. But today is different, so yay! You get to watch me color while I talk about one of my favorite games in the whole world, Skyrim. Elder Scrolls 5, I think. They are coming out with another Elder Scrolls, and I'm pretty happy about that, you guys, because, well, if it was anything like Skyrim, that'd be nice. Because I played Oblivion when I was younger, and I wasn't really thrilled with Oblivion because I didn't like their level up system. You had to pick a class, and then you had to level up that class. So no matter what you did, you had to level up whoever you chose. And I didn't like that because, I change a lot throughout any game that I play. So, especially in Skyrim, because that's a good thing about Skyrim is that you can level up any of the, skills that they have, and you would still be able to level up. And that for me is really nice because then I can just change willy-nilly of who I want to be and everything else in between. But the problem with Skyrim for that is that if you started leveling up a certain skill and suddenly you didn't want to be that skill, you didn't want to be that person that skill was attached to, you were kind of out of luck. And so you'd be horribly underleveled and then you'd have to wait until you completed that entire skill tree before you could, make it legendary, quote unquote, and then start over on who you wanted to be after that. So that was a little bit of a downside, but I rarely ever changed much when I was playing Skyrim. And unfortunately, I was just like everybody else. I was a sneak build, so I like to stealth through dungeons and take out my enemies without them knowing I was there, and usually with a bow because trying to do it with a sword is kind of difficult. I think I know people who do it with daggers, which kudos to them because when you do sneak attacks with a dagger, it's pretty powerful. So, but kudos to them because I cannot do it that way. Skyrim is one of those games that holds really dear to my heart because it's one of the very first games I've played that I have broken over 100 hours on, and I still do. And I have Skyrim for every single system that I have, so everything from like the PS4 to the Switch, the Wii, the computer, which that's always nice. Where in the world did that come from? I don't know where that come from. It's very... Look at that. What layer are you on? What layer are you on? Oh, that layer. Okay. Anyway, where was I? So, yeah. Every system known to man. So, computer, everything else. And I started playing on the Switch royally because I like my Switch. And one of the things that I noticed, because after 10 years, that's how long Skyrim's pretty much been on the market, is about 10 years. It's one of the highest grossing games. So one of the things I noticed on the Switch version is that there are no mods. So mods most of them are player made, and you can alter things like the scenery to how NPCs, non-player characters interact with one another and all of that. So it's really good. And they could be cheating in some of the mods that I have seen where it's like, you get this mod, then you can open this chest to get this enchanted weapon and blah, 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 blah. I am not really fond of those types of mods. I mean, occasionally I'll dive into it just to see how good it would be to be that all-powerful, like mage or archer or something. But after a while, it gets kind of boring because then what's the point? Skyrim is all about exploration and fighting dragons and enemies, and where's the fun if you just take all of that out? And especially the dungeon crawling, because there's a lot of cave crawling that comes into this game. So when you take all of that out, then you just kind of, you lose the whole point of the game when you do that. So I kind of stopped after a while because I didn't want to lose that part of myself in that game. But the one thing that I do have to say that I really don't like about Skyrim is that the merchants only have about, between 500 to 750 gold, which is a lot if you think about it. But for someone like me who likes to collect ingredients and then make potions out of these ingredients, you can get a lot of money from just doing that. And I have Ken, our friend Dolar, and a couple of my other friends, we call it drug dealing because potions, you drink them and they give you special ability. Anyway, so drug dealing. So I am obsessed with alchemy in the game, which is the potion making aspect of the game, and I will legitimately, if I have to go from one side of the map to the other and for a quest or something, sometimes I'll just walk and collect ingredients, which can be a challenge all on its own because of all the enemies you'll face when you do that. But hey, it's pretty rewarding when you come out on top with 40,000 gold worth of potions. But that's the downside, is that the Switch doesn't have the mod to increase the gold. So there's a mod on both the PC and the PS4 in which you can alter the amount of gold that these merchants have, and which is really nice because it goes from 500 to 750 gold to, oh my gosh, now they have 10,000 gold, which is really nice for me. It makes potion selling very, very easy, but unfortunately it's only available on those two platforms, and I'm on the Switch, so it's not available on that platform. And so when you do sell a lot, you sell bulk. If you sell bulk, you have to actually sit there and for 2 days. So you have to wait for 2 days, which is, it's possible in Skyrim. You just click on a button. It's like, how long do you want to wait? And then you type in how long you want to wait. And it's like, okay. And then you go and you get stuff done. But it's tedious. It takes about, I want to say a little less than 30 seconds, but when you're doing it multiple times each round, it could take hours, especially depending on how many potions you actually have in your system. In your inventory. Wow, words. Okay. In your inventory. So it depends on how much you have in your inventory right now. At the time. Jeez. I say right now because, you guys, I spent 3 real days, real human in life, real life days selling potions because of this lack of a mod. Because that's how many potions I had. I made about 40,000 or 60,000 gold with these potions. There were a lot of them. And yeah, it just... So yeah, potion making in Skyrim. But it's not the only thing that I do in Skyrim. I do a lot of blacksmithing as well, which I think is fantastic. But the blacksmithing is more so that I can have the armor, the dragon bone armor needed to, have the highest ranked armor in the game, pretty much. And then you enchant that armor to make it even better than that, and so on and so forth. And I strive for that as well. And then the alchemy, the potion making is just there for my money making. And those are some of my favorite things to do in game. And then, archery is great. And I go through some of the same quests every time. Though recently I stopped doing the Assassin's Guild questline because, well, I'm not a real fan of Astrid, I think, which is one of the quote unquote leader of the Assassin's Guild, the Dark Brotherhood. So I just, when that quest line pops up into my quest log, you have the option to destroy them. And, well, I do. I destroy them. I completely and utterly destroy. I will go in there, swords a-blazing, and destroy without mercy every single thing in their little base. And I will cackle like the crazy person that I am when it happens. And you guys, with that, I'm gonna stop the video here. It has been a long week of trying to move in. I am finally at the new property, which is really nice. I enjoy the sunlight very much. That's all I have to say about that. But I also ran into a problem yesterday when a hammer hit me in the face, and now I have to go down and get some dental work done, if you know what I mean. Nothing like, popped out of my gum or anything, but when a tooth breaks, you kind of have that sensitivity to the temperature, which I am feeling right now. So with that, I'm going to end this video, and I will see you guys next week with a brand new Hazardous Artist video. And this week with a speed paint that was a little bit jumpy because the recording for some reason kept stopping. It was fantastic and frustrating all at the same time. So you guys, if you like this video, then smash that like button. Comment below on any questions you have and share with everyone you know. And visit my stores on melslawcomics.com to get all your prints and your buttons, and go to Etsy at Mel's Law Comics to get all of the other products like pillows and books. And you guys, with that, I'll see you next week. But until then, dare to create.